Jeanswest's $50 million of debts. Let's have a look. Good evening, everyone. I'm Florian Heise, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I have my evening stein of coffee, and I thought we would have a look at this recent article from news.com.au discussing the $50 million of debt that Jeanswest owes to creditors. Now, this is a continuation of the retail recession. Only a few weeks ago, they announced they were going into voluntary administration. $50 million. Guys, that's a big chunk of money for suppliers, creditors, and I kind of feel sorry for the people that are in there, because what some people may not realize is when you are providing service to a business or a retail brand, if we were providing architectural design services, you'll do the work, then you invoice them. And there may be 30-day terms, 45-day terms, even 90-day terms for certain suppliers or certain customers. And for that period, you are providing them credit. You're an unsecured creditor. So you're right at the bottom of the list of people who can get their money back. So that's a risk a lot of small businesses undertake. And particularly in construction, often it's the tradies that cop it the hardest when the developer or the builder goes under. So let's have a look at this, guys. Administrators KPMG reveal retailer owes creditors up to $50 million. The failing fashion chain has racked up debts of tens of millions of dollars, but there are fears the total bill could climb even higher. Wow. I mean, it makes you wonder how it can get to this point, how the directors can allow the business to trade for so long. Because technically you're not allowed to trade if you're insolvent. If you can't meet all your bills, you need to cease trading. Maybe this is just what's happened here. They've realized there's no way. They're at the point of no return now. The shocking extent of denim icon Jeanswest's collapse has now been revealed, with administrators confirming creditors were owed up to $50 million. However, there are fears the total could climb even higher once staff are paid their full entitlements. Because my understanding is staff are at the top of the pecking order to get their entitlements. According to the Courier Mail, around $2.6 million of the staggering sum is owed to 988 staff members, while 200 creditors are also owed cash. The publication reports a further $7.2 million is owed to trade creditors and $20 million to related parties, while there's around $2 million outstanding for landlords. So, I mean, that's a worrying sign there. The landlords are copying when they're not paying the rent. And we've seen, you have to understand, guys, retail is a big chunk of Australia's workforce. And if they can't afford to meet all these payments, what does that tell you for clothing? Are people not buying? I mean, we'll have a look here, guys. Consumer sentiment, confidence is going down. And the latest business confidence and conditions are both heading down. KPMG was appointed as voluntary administrator of the Australian operations of Jeanswest following the retail collapse in mid-January. KPMG's James Sterling told the Courier Mail the total owed by Jeanswest could be even higher, as the $50 million figure did not take into account any redundancy payouts. So far, KPMG has confirmed 263 Aussie Jeanswest employees will lose their jobs, with 37 stores set to close as a restructure of the Jeanswest business gets underway in the hopes of attracting a buyer to salvage the business. So this is what the administrators try and do. They've got sweeping powers to restructure the business and to try and keep it going as a profitable thing, so they can on-sell it to raise more money to pay more of the debt, as much of the debt as possible. Jeanswest stores earmarked for closure include Blacktown, Castle Towers, Charlestown, East Garden, MacArthur, Contara, Witherell Park, Tweed City, Shell Harbour, Singleton, and Miranda in New South Wales, along with outlets in Burleigh, Castletown, Chermside, Earlville, Lismore, Myer Centre, and Maroochydore in Queensland. In WA, outlets in Mirrabooka, Carousel, Centrepoint, Kirinup, Miranda and Rockingham will close, as well as Marion, Castle Park and West Lakes in South Australia and Hobart City in Tasmania. That's a lot of shops to close down. Meanwhile, Victoria stores in Doncaster, Eastland, Ichua, Forest Hill, Karingal South, the District Docklands and Water Gardens will also shut. When news of Jeanswest struggles first broke out, KPMG partner Peter Gothard said Jeanswest would continue to operate while the administrators conducted an urgent analysis of the business and blamed tough retail conditions. I mean, is racking up $50 million in debt completely to blame by tough retail conditions, or were just sales just not coming through? They have to cut everything they can, 30% off. The administrators will be looking at all options for the restructure or sale of this established Australian retail business and are seeking urgent expressions of interest from parties interested in acquiring or investing in the business, he said in a statement. I wonder if it'll get sold. It looks like Dimmies has found a buyer, that a portion of those stores will be saved during the restructure. But what are your bets, guys? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Jeanswest could potentially be resurrected? Is there enough demand for retail clothing in Australia to keep it going? Or will it end up like Curious Planet, where eventually all of them are shut? Jeanswest is an iconic Australian denim brand, well known in the leisure and casual wear marketplace, KPMG's retail restructuring practice leader, James Stewart, added. Like many other retailers, the business has been challenged by current tough market conditions and pressure from online competition. The administration provides an opportunity for Jeanswest to restructure so as to better respond to the challenging Australian retail market. Well, we're having more and more of businesses feeling this challenging retail market. And you have to remember the latest data we received on the economy, the unemployment rate, which, well, from ABS has gone down to 5.1, but Roy Morgan, it's at 8.6. It's gone up for Roy Morgan, down for ABS, and the decline in ABS is very small. We'll have to see what happens once we get, well, reduced tourism from the Cortana virus and the bushfires, reduced demand for our exports to China. We've just seen the other day, I was talking about the crayfish industry in WA, where the cooperative owned by the crayfish farmers that controls 60% of the market in Western Australia couldn't export anything to China. 97% of their product goes to China. That's the trap, guys. That's the trap I've experienced in business as a small business person, being too dependent on bigger clients, on big jobs. You know, we would have like all these big mining jobs, and that'd be 80% of our revenue. And we'd have 5 or 6 people working on these jobs, just churning it through. And I would be worried, because I need to get out there and get more and more work. Because if that one sector slowed down, or if that one client, slowed down in work, what does that do to your whole business? A country is essentially just a larger scale of that. What's going to happen? So the denim icon. Jeanswest was launched by founder Alistair Norwood, who opened a single store on Perth Barrack Street nearly half a century ago in 1972. It soon expanded across the country, with the label becoming an Aussie fashion staple. Mr. Norwood emerged as a famous Perth personality, known for housing lavish parties at his mansion and rubbing shoulders with A-listers including Rod Stewart, according to persistent rumours. He sold his jeans chain in 1990 and went on to found the ill-fated lingerie company No Regrets, which I've never even heard of, so that tells you how it went. In 1994, it was taken over by a Hong Kong firm called Glorious Sun, which expanded the brand into the Chinese market as well as Vietnam, Russia, Fiji, and Venezuela. I wonder how the Venezuelan arm is going right now. In 2017, the Australian branch of Jeanswest was bought by another company, Heise Limited, and Newscom contacted KPMG for comment. So there we have it, guys. 50 million and potentially more money owed by Jeanswest Australia, and they are struggling to try and turn this around to find a buyers. What do you think? Do you reckon they'll get a buyer? Or do you think it's game over for this brand? Thanks for watching, everyone. Please let me know your opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to help that little bit extra, we have a Patreon where you can make monthly donations. We also have the ability for you to join the channel here on YouTube. You can also use our affiliate links at Independent Reserve for your crypto trading, Amazon and eBay for your consumer purchases. There, if you make a trade or purchase something, we receive a small advertiser's commission that doesn't cost you anything. It's a great way for you to support content creators if you're going to spend the money anyway, and it's, adds up over the year. We also have merchandise on the HeiseSays website, pocket squares made right here by Rachel, and finally PayPal if you want to contribute that way. Thank you to everyone who's helped support this channel. I've recently invested in some new equipment, some new sound recording stuff, and I'm putting together some videos to, unboxing videos, just to share that with everyone, to thank you all. Have a great day, guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all later. Bye for now.